All right. How are you, my people? Hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. This is the station or the YouTube channel known as Rokani Media Football. Gyökeres to Arsenal hinge has been revealed by top tier 1 journalists from the side of Portugal. And you have to take this not with a pinch of salt, but with a very huge concern, because the president of Sporting Lisbon is like, I'm not shifting goalposts on what price I have gone ahead to put onto the transfer of Viktor Gyökeres. Hope you guys are really having fun. Then there is a story coming in through from Real Madrid. The president of Real Madrid has come out and obviously promised his players, some huge amount of money if at all they win what we call the FIFA Club World Cup. And then there is a hint from a team known as Aston Villa, as Ferran Torres is one of those that has gone ahead to be really talked about. So we are here to obviously see to it that we bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. Now, Ojogo have told us the following: that Sporting Lisbon reject 65 plus 15 million euros for Gyökeres. The club is seeking a fixed 70 million euro fee plus 10 million euros worth of incentives. Now, Sporting Lisbon is serious, and they're like, whether Viktor Gyökeres has gone ahead to say no to training with the club of Sporting Lisbon, and he has gone ahead to give up his weekly wages until when they let him go. They're like, we are not gonna really dance onto the tunes of Arsenal. However much personal terms have gone ahead to be agreed, Arsenal went ahead to make a proposal of 65 plus 15 million euros for Viktor Gyökeres. And guess what? The club is like, no, we want 70 fixed. That means 70 fixed fee. That is what we call guaranteed fees. That's what you're really calling in for in here, for the guy known as Viktor Gyökeres. So they want 80 million euros. And if at all you've been following Ojogo, they're really very, very credible and accurate. Then even Record Portugal told us that Arsenal in Lisbon, Sporting resist dropping 70 million euros for Gyökeres. From the Lions, SAD precipitated a new phone call to Varandas. Now, Sporting Lisbon is really very hesitant. They are not going to go south of 70 million euros as guaranteed fees. Even if they bring 70 million euros as even if they bring 70 million euros as even if they bring 70 million euros as what is it called? Even if they bring 70 million euros as the entire fee, 60 plus 10, they don't want it. All they want is 60. Hear me out. All they want is 70 plus 10. And Arsenal have gone ahead to obviously go all in for this, and they're pushing to get this deal done and dusted as players go ahead to return to the training ground for the club of Arsenal. So, as it stands, that's the hinge for this transfer, and that's what is blocking the here we go. But I know very, very, very soon, we will get a very huge hint, about this deal. You understand? Of a guy known as Viktor Gyökeres. But he's obviously going to be joining Arsenal. He has chosen to play for the club of Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta can't wait to obviously work with this player, for the rest of the 5-year contract that he's going to have to sign. I told you, I think yesterday, 5-year deal is going to have to be agreed. That means he's going to be at Arsenal until 2030. And that means until when he's 32 years of age, unless otherwise he has flopped at Arsenal, but Arsenal will be willing to keep him around for a very long period of time, possible. So that is Viktor Gyökeres for you in here onto the Rokani Media Football. So everyone who is really watching in there, I'm just here trying to let you know that things will pan out the right way very, very soon. So, as I told you that Arsenal bring in a number 9 this summer transfer window, And very many Arsenal fans, especially my transport guy, was really worried because Arsenal brought in Kepa, Zubimendi, and Nogard. And he was like, I'm hearing so a lot on Mosquera, then Ebelechi Eze, and Noni Madueke. You understand? So he was like, what is really happening? And I told him, please, relax and float. You're obviously going to be getting in what you want. And finally, they've gone ahead to be given what exactly they want as the side of Arsenal. So I think by the end of this week, here we go, we want to be very, very far in there. So from there, let's go a little bit to the Midlands and also to Barcelona, the side of Adrian Sanchez has told us that Aston Villa are interested in signing Barcelona forward Ferran Torres. So Aston Villa went ahead to lose John Duran, and as his replacement, they brought in a player called what's his name? Marcus Rashford on loan from Manchester United, meaning that was short-lived. And Aston Villa told Rashford that if you are to keep you here, you have to take a pay cut. Barcelona and Bayern Munich kicked in. When those two kicked in, Rashford was like, I'm not coming to your side of of Aston Villa. And now Aston Villa have gone ahead to look out onto alternatives that can really fit the right profile of Marcus Rashford. Why Marcus Rashford? Because he can play as a left forward and he can also lead the line. And these are the qualities that even Ferran Torres really has. Though, by the time he left, he had failed to really command a starting position at the club of Man City. But you all understand that the competition was stiff in there for you. And Torres at Barcelona, I think he has gone ahead to obviously do his level best, especially this season, because he played 27 games in the league, 10 goals and 6 assists. That is 16 goal involvements in there for you. Champions League, 11 games, 3 goals and 1 assist. Those are 38 games, 13 goals and 7 assists. Super Despana, 2 games, 0 goals and 0 assists, meaning that in total he played 40 games and had a goal contribution of 20, meaning that every 2 games he averaged either a goal or an assist. And I think the Spanish coaches are now focusing so much on really getting in Spanish players. Like we've gone ahead to see Mikel Arteta and very many others. You understand? So that is it for the side known as Ferran Torres, but I think his age is still good and he can really compete. And Barcelona are really looking to offload some players to obviously get in players like Marcus Rashford, because the beauty of offloading Ferran Torres is that you get in money and you use what would have gone ahead to be his salary to obviously top up and pay a player known as Marcus Rashford, who Barcelona are really wanting badly, because when you look at Lewandowski, he's good, but he's grown and they need a backup or an understudy for him, and also he can play onto the left. And I tell you, Rashford in the Spanish La Liga will thrive. Get it from me. Marcus Rashford will thrive when he's playing into the La Liga. You understand? So that's where we are right now, and I just can't wait to see what your thoughts are about this. Then, lastly, let's go to Real Madrid. Real Madrid are playing a team known as PSG into the semi-finals of the FIFA Club World Cup, and that game is going to be played on Wednesday, as Chelsea play Fluminense, that is tomorrow on Tuesday. And the president of Real Madrid has told him that, please, we are getting you $1 million as bonus if you win the club World Cup. The club gives the Club World Cup a very high importance and believe it's a must win. Obviously, it's a must win because you've gone ahead to see they're really having financial problems. Even when they have gotten any Trent on loan and they paid I think €1 million for him to play for Madrid in the FIFA Club World Cup, yet he was still on contract with Liverpool. Hoysen came in through and Alonso needs more players, but what is the key for Madrid to obviously get in more and more and more players? It's winning the FIFA Club World Cup. That's why he's like, I'm sacrificing close to 30 million euros if at all they win, because he knows to it that a team that really wins the FIFA Club World Cup would have gone here to get in close to 130 million euros. So it's like, let's dish away the 30. After dishing away the 30, the club will remain with 100 million euros to see to it that all goes on well as planned. I think that's good business. And I'm waiting to know what Chelsea has gone ahead to promise to the players. And Fluminense, not forgetting PSG, I know he will obviously promise more. But Real Madrid are really going to be getting a big test of their life when they're really playing PSG, because PSG is really a very good team. But remember, they got 2 red cards, that is PSG in that game, when they are really knocking out Bayern Munich. And even, I think Real Madrid, we saw Højsen being sent off, and I think we were waiting for the results. So your reactions to Gyökeres to Arsenal huge hinge revealed are welcome in the comment section below. What advice do you think Arsenal should take? Should they meet the 80 million euros? Because that's what has been discussed about ever since the transfer window really started, because they know exactly what Sporting wants, and they're like, let's get you 65 and 10, let's get you 65 and 15. So the others want 70 million euros fixed and 10 million euros of add-ons. You understand? So what do you take about Aston Villa picking a huge interest in a player known as Ferran Torres, formerly at Man City, and didn't obviously shine, but they're really looking at him again. And again and again and again and again, I call upon for your thoughts and input about Real Madrid putting there an offer or a cash prize of 1 million euro per player, because they need the money. We out. And who do you think will win the FIFA Club World Cup? We out.